This is the English Literature Web YouTube channel. I am Professor L.B.Gayakawad is discussing today the novel Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan. In this novel, we are discussing today the character of Christian. This is the lecture 13. Christian as a main protagonist. Remember, this Christian is here the main character and a common man's representative. He is the common man's representative and he is inspiring us here very nicely. Being the dream allegory, remember this Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan is the dream allegory, and here Bunyan tells his dream in first person point of view through Christian's character. This Christian wants to communicate his experiences with his community as man has forgotten the moral values in his life, and he is disturbing the life of the society in general. Going through all missteps, Christian impresses other characters with intelligence and worldliness. It means that the character of Christian here in this novel has impressed all the characters in the novel with his intelligence and worldliness, because he has taught here about the moral values of worldliness also and the intelligence also, and that's why this is one of the best characters. Christian proves that the tenacity and diligence, when matched with God, man enters into the heaven. Remember, here he tells that man must have the moral values. He should understand the importance of the moral values. And when he understands the importance of the moral values, means the tenacity and diligence, then he can come into the particular efforts, and then he goes into the heaven and he goes to the salvation according to John Bunyan or according to Christian. He walks continuously to seek salvation without thinking of his son, wife and home. Remember, here this Christian has not thought his wife, his sons and his home. It means that he has sacrificed all his worldliness and he has decided to get salvation in his life. He has adopted the teaching which he has experienced with his true mind's decision. Remember, when he has done his journey, in the period of that journey he has got some knowledge and he has used that knowledge for himself also and for the society also. Christiana, his wife, who was mocking at him at first, means he was laughing at him and she did not go with him when he left his home and tried to go into the heaven. She also was against his decision, as well as she did not like that decision, and so we cannot say at this particular situation that she was the great woman. But finally, when she got that particular trend, then she turned herself and she also went into the heaven and she supported him and she became an ideal woman and a church symbol for other pilgrims. Due to Christian's hard work in his tenacity and diligence. Remember, Christian is the particular character here who has done the great efforts to go into the heaven, and by seeing this tenacity and diligence, his wife also supported him, and that's why this pair, Christian and Christiana, this is the particular pair of husband and wife is the particular pair who has done the salvation by going into the heaven. That is the important theme of this novel. Christian starts his journey to heaven as evangelist, that is the messenger, has told him that his city is a dooming place, so he should develop himself with spirituality and salvation. He has been Christ's messenger from that time. Remember here the main theme is that there was the evangelist, that is the messenger of Christ. This messenger of Christ comes into the dream of this Christian, and he tells that the city in which he is living is not the good city, and after some days this city will be doomed or it will be ended. That's why this Christian should not live in that city. He should leave that city and he should go for finding the salvation. He should go into the heaven to get the salvation. It means that he should make the purification of his body. And that's why here Christian learns practicalism and leaves Christians' religious silliness to contented life for secularism through the knowledge of a worldly wise man. And in this way he leaves his home, he leaves his sons, daughters, and his particular neighbors, relatives, and he goes to see the salvation in his life. Salvation being hard to get, Christian's neighbor obstinate chooses to live in the dooming city. Remember here, this obstinate is the particular character who does not like the salvation. Because salvation is not a simple thing, it is very much difficult thing, and that's why obstinate is the particular example which has been given by Bunyan, that it is not the game, and that's why he has given the example of obstinate. And with the help of this example, he has said that he is not ready to leave his worldliness. Pliable, Christian's friend journeys with him for some time and returns home after falling into the slough of despond and falls a prey to the people who mock at him in the village. Remember, again there is the particular pliable, that is Christian's friend, who also thinks in his mind after some journey he comes into his village and people laugh at him. Means this pliable, the friend of Christian, is unable to journey with Christian. It means that it is very much difficult thing. He becomes the subject of people. People laugh at him. So here John Bunyan says that salvation is not a joke, or any man cannot do this salvation. And this salvation is done only by Christian. Help is a good pilgrim who takes Christian out of the slough of despond. Discretion, one of the four mistresses or owners in Palace Beautiful, gives Christian to eat. Prudence, the mistress, understands Christian's purpose of going to Mount Zion. Charity, the mistress, asks Christian the reason why he couldn't bring the family with him. This is the symbol of asking. The interpreter, the spiritual guide, provides Christian a hermitage or a monastery to live and tells him also the techniques of understanding the meaning in religious reading. As for him, Every substance is in home has the meaning in them. Apollyon, the demon, has been defeated by Christian as he fights and provides terror to him always. Christian is saved by hopeful the traveler while going to Mount Jan through the river. Giant despair prisons Christian while going through his demon. Christian travels to the celestial city, that is the heaven, for his soul purification, but goes alone due to his wife's negation to journey with him. He has his family burden on his back as the symbol of his physical life or the symbol of worldliness. He has been compared with Don Quixote and Candide by Voltaire. Finally, Christian has been admitted into the heaven with his spiritual friends with the permanent salvation. John Bunyan has written this book in 1678 to give message to find out salvation through the novel. Christian is named as a simple man and a messenger of Christ the Lord. So today here we have finished the character sketch or the character of Christian in Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan and lecture 13. So again we will come in front of each other with a new topic. Till then, thank you very much.